Gosh, we could kind of get inappropriate, but we'll keep it kind of clean. But
Yeah.
we've got
Something the audience will want to hear.
Unique places to inject people for filler. I'll let the audience use their imagination.
Welcome to the Nitra channel. My name is Erica Lee, and today we're at the Aesthetic Show 2025 in Las Vegas. We're here with Amy and Stevie at Aspen Medical Aesthetics. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
So to get things started, we'd love to tell the audience a little bit more about yourselves. So Amy, tell us, where are you from and how long has your practice been open?
My name's Amy, and our practice has been open for 20 years. We're in a city called Mequon, Wisconsin. So just north of Milwaukee, just like 10 minutes out of the city. So yeah, we opened in 2006. So I was part of the founding group.
Wow. I just want to say you look so amazing. I don't know who would believe you've been in business for 20 years, but that's amazing.
Right? That's supposed to be.
Natural beauty.
So what led you to go into this industry?
Okay, so I was a nursing student working in the ER, and I was approached by two physicians that had this idea of starting a med spa, and they asked if I'd be interested in going along. And my first thought to that, and now keep in mind this was 2004, was what is a med spa? Because there weren't med spas back in 2004. Sure. So that's what led me there. The three of us with their wives founded it back in 2006.
Oh, wow. And especially for being in such a small town, were you the first in your area?
We were for a very long time. Then in 2008, for some of you who are my age, remember we had a recession. So we struggled a little bit, but then came out on top, and it was really exciting to see the growth.
Awesome. Well, we are here in Las Vegas at this conference for the Aesthetic Show. And for the viewers at home, do you think coming to conferences like this is worth it? What do you gain from coming here?
I definitely do. I didn't in the beginnings of the practice. There weren't as many shows because we had half the devices to choose from. But now I find it's really appealing to someone who's been in practice so long to kind of see what's working for other people as well. But the key for me has been networking.
Yes, that is truly beneficial. People say all the time, it's who you know versus what you know.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yep.
And so what are some of the biggest challenges you face today?
It's a good question. You know, it ebbs and flows with our economy, but I will definitely say the cost of opening or the cost of maintaining and keeping open a small business, the cost of med supplies. I've been very blessed to have an extremely great team, but there's been times where you're looking for the right employees and someone to fit the culture.
Yes, that is huge.
Yes. But yeah, I would have to probably say our supply cost.
I see. Yeah. Well, going along with your staffing and company culture and everything, and you have Stevie here with you, what would you say is one of the top complaints or top challenges your staff faces?
Honestly, I think it's not enough time in a day. Just with the growth that we've seen, but I like to put my staff before the patients. So we don't open on weekends, but we do stay open late at night, and these girls are working their butt off when they're here. I think we're almost running out of hours in a day. Wouldn't you agree?
Oh, 100%. I feel like I could double myself and I still wouldn't have enough time.
Which is a great problem to have because not all med spas are like that.
That's true. That means you have
Hard
a
to
really
complain
growing
about
business.
It's a good problem to have.
Yeah.
Just navigating it.
Yeah. Well, with that, I guess, what are you doing to kind of address those challenges? Like, are you trying to hire more people, or are you trying to find tools to kind of give you more time in the day?
We're finding more tools.
Okay.
Definitely. There's a lot of newer tools out in the industry, especially with AI, that will hopefully ease that a little bit.
Interesting. So you do use AI in your
We sure
business?
do. We sure
Oh, wow. In what ways?
Right now, it helps us a lot with our social media and content creations. And we're looking to do something where instead of hiring another front desk staff, because training is a challenge to try to find the time, there is a program we're looking into that would almost answer our phone systems for us, like an AI. Yeah. So it's the beginnings.
It's amazing to see where you started from, right? And then where technology is today.
We had paper charts when we opened, and now I can have, I can talk into AI and have them chart everything for me.
Everything's digital now.
Yep.
Wow. So going into the practice, what procedure do you enjoy doing the most versus what's the most popular?
So we base our practice a lot on skin health. So we do a lot of injectables, and there's definitely a place for it in the practice and obviously the industry, but we base a lot off of skin health. So I would say I really enjoy doing the laser and light modalities the most. I think injectables is just such a common name in this industry. Like, it was Botox that kind of kicked it all off in the 90s, right? So people are so familiar with that name. It's more of a brand name than it is even a service anymore. So I think that brings them in, but that's not necessarily our most popular.
So what is something that people get wrong about Botox or about injectables?
I think a misconception is that Botox is going to make you look different or not going to look the same, when in turn, we're trying to actually keep you looking the same. That's why we're all coming in, is to prevent ourselves from aging. So I think there's a little misconception with injectables.
I feel like Hollywood had a part to do with it. It kind of fluffed up the like frozen, I can't move my face kind of look.
Yeah.
So I feel like that kind of played a part of it.
And still. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally. It still does.
But that's so extreme, right? That's not going to be every single case. It's exaggerated for television.
Oh, right. Hollywood loves it. Television, they all show the extreme cases.
So how many patients do you think come in that are well educated?
I think it's getting better thanks to social media, but there's also a downside to that. Like if you don't have a social media presence, you're kind of associated with like, oh, maybe they're not that big of a clinic. When in turn, I don't think social media should base off of how well your practice is.
Very true. What you see online is not always what's in reality.
Correct.
Yeah. So what is the best and worst piece of advice another med spa owner has tried to give you?
The worst piece of advice is when they push you to buy something. Like this worked for me. You got to think of demographics. You got to think of your patient, your clientele.
Yeah.
We come from a more like conservative area where people want more conservative treatments. So it's hard to take the advice of someone who has a different demographic of patients than I do. There's that whole, we kind of base ourselves off of this. Like there's the slow to hire, fast to fire. That's the approach I take when bringing something new into my clinic. I'm a hard sell. We're slow to bring in something new, right? Like we launch it slow, we roll it out slow. It kind of irons out the kinks.
We learn every nook and cranny about a machine before we even consider bringing it in. And then after we bring it in, we do a lot of test trials on ourselves and then some patients who we trust their opinion on.
We just recently purchased a new machine and it took us 6 months to roll it out because I wanted to make sure that we all knew the ins and outs and how we were going to sell it. And that has worked in our practice for the last 20 years.
I think also Amy's belief in the treatments is also what sells it, because our patients have so much trust in Amy, and I think that's what's built and has helped Aspen stay open for 20 years. Yeah, so I think that has a lot to do with it as well.
I mean, have people tried to come in and try to tell you how to do your job differently as well?
Always. But I feel like everyone just has like a little bit of a different character, personality they put behind their work, and what works for one person might not work for others, and I take and leave what I want, don't want.
Exactly. Yeah. So going along with that, right? You're talking about how you're a hard sell. You just bought something new. You look at all of the different factors that go into bringing something new into your clinic. So what would you say is something that might be the most overpriced product or device that you've brought into your med spa?
Honestly, I'm pretty confident in saying that I've never been sold on anything I didn't believe in. I do feel there are a lot of overpriced modalities out there, especially when you start to get into body contouring.
Okay,
So that's kind of
interesting.
where I'm the hardest sell on right now.
Okay. Do you do a lot of body contouring?
We don't do any. Like, I'm not sold on that part of the practice yet.
Is it something people ask for a lot?
Yeah, here and there, but I think they know my beliefs and we just kind of keep it at that. So maybe in years from now, something will sell me, but right now, there's nothing I've really bought into.
I see. That's good, though. It's good for patients to know that they're trusting you to have done the research on your side as well, and you're not going to offer anything to them that you don't believe in for you. Yeah, exactly. You wouldn't do anything on them that you wouldn't do for yourself.
Well, and I think that's what keeps our practice so lucrative, is because I'm not constantly rolling out something new, because that causes patient confusion.
I mean, along with that, right, with body contouring or anything else, is there a trend in the industry that you don't necessarily agree with?
There's always a couple trending. I mean, she's a little more social media savvy than I am because she runs that division of our practice, but the overfilling, I'm not a big fan of the overfilled, the pillow face look, the outline lips. Like I said, she can probably answer that a little bit better because she runs our social media.
I'm not really sure if it's a trend in the industry, but more so kind of just going off of the slow to hire, slow to bring on is just when you see machines booming on Instagram, Amy absolutely doesn't just go for the trends. She just does the research before doing any of that. And just because it's trending on Instagram and it's, really big presence there, take it with a grain of salt.
The patient confusion thing. Like if you confuse your patients too much, you're going to lose them.
Yeah. So what happens then if a patient does come in and ask for a lot of filler?
Which we've had. I think right now patients know that that's not the style they're going to get from us. We're seeing that trend kind of go away, especially in the area that we're in, but we'll definitely guide them a different way. We never just flat out say no, but we have slower ways to achieving the results.
Yeah, definitely. And with the social media trends, right? I mean, not only with Instagram, but with TikTok, you see influencers and they get paid to try to sell these products to you. You have no idea what the authenticity is like behind that. And so it's just hard to trust what you see online.
Exactly. Like, is the motivation behind the money, or are you actually believing in what you're telling me?
Yes, exactly. So that's why we need trusted professionals who you can actually go to for these things.
Put in the work, put in the research, and has the knowledge of 20 years or more.
Yes, exactly. And they see your resume and they can see that with your practice and with everything and all the other patients you've had in the past. So it speaks for itself.
Yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. But yeah, it is a trend. And again, back to what I said about Instagram. Like, if you don't have an Instagram presence now, they automatically assume you're not a well-versed clinic.
Exactly.
So that trend, it kind of bothers me. Like, we've been in it for 20 years. We have the knowledge, right? I find that to be more important than having the followers.
Well, would you say that a lot of your clientele does skew younger who would be on Instagram?
Yeah, I think our younger clientele definitely bases their purchasing power off of social media. But when they meet us in person and we educate them, we're definitely influencing them face to face.
Yes, of course. And so we've talked about what you don't agree with, but what is one product you would always recommend or recommend for most of the time for your clients?
Skin health, right? And it's kind of global. I understand that's like a very vague answer, but you can't go wrong with skin health. And whether you're getting that in product or modalities, like I said, injectables has a part. It's fantastic, but it is more of a quick fix where we base a lot of it off of skin health.
So when you say skin health, is there an aspect of that you think most people don't think about?
Yeah, I think it's their at-home care. I always tell my patients, if I see you once a month, right? I see you 12 times a year, maybe 15.
If you're lucky.
If you're lucky, right? Like, if I see them once a month, what are they doing the other 350 days of the year? That's really important.
Very true. You got to know what they're doing at home. You have to know what products they're using. If they're doing something that's harmful, that's going to be counter-reactive with something you're going to do.
The stuff we've been doing.
And your vitamin C every day, your SPF every day, protecting everything that we've done to your skin, all of like the skin health that we basically put in.
Protecting their investments.
So have you had instances where people come in and they're not honest about what they do for their at-home care, and then it just does not go well in the clinic?
They can't fool us, Erica.
Yeah.
But they try to.
Okay, got it. I'm sure you have some stories about
we sure do. It makes it fun.
Everyone kind of does that when you go into the doctor's office. You kind of give it like a little...
You bluff a little bit. You stretch the truth. You don't want to look bad. But at the same time, it's literally your body, right? It's your health. If you're not truthful to the person who's doing something for you, then what are you doing?
And like, you're never going to be scolded. It's just more so to look out for you and look out for your investment and what we've done.
Yeah. So this is a fun question. I hope we get some creative answers. But what is the most creative client request you've received?
Gosh, we could kind of get inappropriate, but we'll keep it kind of clean.
Yeah.
But we've got
something the audience will want to hear.
Unique places to inject people for filler. I'll let the audience use their imagination. Some very unique places to remove hair.
Which we have.
But yeah, I mean, just, get creative.
So with those unique requests, do you normally fulfill it?
Patient discrepancy.
Got
Keep
it.
it at that.
Come in for a consultation. Let's maybe chat about it a little further.
I see. Interesting. Okay. So what is one treatment that you think is overrated, but people are too scared to say it?
I think injectables. Like, everyone feels like that's what brings people into a med spa, right? Is the word Botox and injectables. But I also feel that people be like, well, I have to do it. Isn't that kind of what everybody's doing? Like, you're starting injectables? Well, not necessarily. I feel like that's a trend, and that's where we think all med spas are. But again, we're back to skin health.
I feel like injectables are like your sprinkle or your cherry on top of the cake, not necessarily like the base of it.
So something else I've heard a lot is preventative Botox. What do you feel about that?
I think it's great. Like, if you can start younger, absolutely. Hopefully you won't need as much when you're older. It's like staying healthy in your 20s to make your 40s a little bit easier. So I believe in that.
Okay, awesome. Good to know. So what do you feel like is a service that clients ask for but may not need? And do you think some clinics push unnecessary treatments for profit?
Yeah, absolutely. To the answer the question about the profit, absolutely. I'm seeing it as like an Instagram trend that's leading into the practices, right? Like, they will endorse a product if they don't believe in it. They will endorse a machine if they don't believe in it. But it's Instagram, right? So I feel then that brings them into the clinic, and then they have to sell this product that they may not believe in. It's really like causing our industry to lose some authenticity. So that's why I kind of choose not to do any like influencing for anyone, because I believe it's, again, patient confusion. and it's a trend.
So what is the kind of content that you post on social media?
It's a lot of education and more so geared towards our current patients. If we get new patients from our Instagram posts, it's amazing, but not necessarily our goal. It's just more so educating our patients because, like we said, there's a lot of stuff on Instagram that is you have to pick through and kind of figure out. So we just kind of try to make that a little bit easier for them.
Yes, new. It's good to get new, but it's just a place for our patients to go for education and see what we're doing, as opposed to like them having to pick up the phone and call us. Like our Instagram page is kind of answers for them.
Definitely. Yeah, the power of social media and technology, like we talked about previously.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So what would you say is the most stressful part about running your business?
I never shut it off. Yeah, it's my personality though. Like I have a pretty driven personality. Like it doesn't stop. We were at a show recently and I got a text message from her that says, I'm the string to your helium balloon.
Oh, wow.
I'm the helium balloon that was just trying to float away with ideas and what's next. And she's the string that kind of keeps me grounded. I never shut it off.
Yeah, I mean, that's a thing, right? About being a business owner. Even if you go on vacation, it's not really a vacation.
No, you don't.
I mean, if you're gone, then who's going to do what you do? And even if you try to go somewhere, it's not like you're going to stop thinking about your business, right? It's always going to be on your mind. But that just shows how much passion you have and how much you care for it. And I think that really shows.
Oh, thank you. I do. I absolutely love it.
So, talking about Instagram and all these things, do you feel like a lot of your clients come in for that super airbrushed, polished Instagram look?
I do, but I don't think it exists, right? Like filters have skewed women, primarily women's view on themselves when they look in the mirror. Filters, they're kind of like the enemy for us med spas because it's not a realistic expectation.
It's not, but it's so hard to tell these days. I feel like there's so many different tools online and people just take a glance at it. They don't see it for what it really is. It might be AI, it might be a filter, but they want to go into a med spa and look like that.
Yeah.
I purposely, on our Instagram, I purposely stay away from like filters very often just because it's skin health is our focus. And I don't want our patients thinking that like even we have to apply the filters.
Even when I ask her to put a filter on me, if I'm feeling tired or didn't sleep, she
have to be
won't.
real.
Yeah, she's a stickler.
I will do a baby one sometimes, but other than that,
No, she won't. She's a stickler.
No, but that's good for the audience to know that everything you guys post is real.
Yes, authentic.
100%. I want our patients to feel comfortable when they walk into our doors, be able to see what it's like. And like you said, medical spas can be a little intimidating.
Oh, extremely.
Oh, yeah.
I try to put myself in the patient's shoes. Like, it's intimidating to walk in there.
It is. If everybody does have that airbrushed look, then if somebody else walks in and they're like, oh my God, I don't know what to do. Yeah, exactly. Especially if it's their first time going, then that can definitely be scary.
Typically going to get some help with their skin and, maybe not feeling all that confident, but that's our goal is to get them there.
Yeah. So what do you do in those instances to help people feel comfortable?
I'd like to think, and I mean, I really believe in our front desk staff. It's a very solid front desk staff that make the person who walks through that door just feel at home immediately. They have a great warmth about them, and it starts the second they walk in the door.
Yes. It's all about those bedside manners, right?
Yeah.
Makes a big difference. So what would you say is your most unpopular opinion about the way beauty standards are today?
My most unpopular is the quick fix. I hate that. When we live in a quick fix world, and this, like, Stevie knows I go down a rabbit hole with this one, but we live in a world of like Amazon shows up tomorrow.
Yep.
We have Spotify. We don't have to watch commercials on television anymore. We have Ozempic now.
Yeah.
Like everything's a quick fix. Like that is not true results. There is no quick fix. So I hate that right now. It makes it tough. People come in and like, okay, I have a wedding next weekend. It makes me look good. I'm like, we don't have a quick fix. Like there is really no such thing.
Exactly. People don't want to work for it and everyone wants everything yesterday.
Yep. That's the world we're living in.
It's tough.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, it seems like you're doing a good job navigating it and hopefully setting realistic expectations for people who do come in with those requests. Well, thank you so much for your time. I really appreciate it. You guys have been amazing.
Thank you. It's been fun.
Yeah. It was a lot of fun.
Like, yeah, the show's been fun and talking with you. So.
Exactly. Enjoy your time in Vegas. So one last question before we head out. If you were to give your younger self advice, what would you say?
I was like, think that I'd be prepared if I got this asked to me, but I recently said it within like an hour to someone on the floor. It's like, keep chasing yourself as your own hero, right? So my hero is my version of me 10 years from now.
I love that.
So it was in the wise words of Matthew McConaughey when he gave his Oscars speech, but like if I could have told 30-year-old me like, you're going to be okay, right?
Yeah.
Like I left the hospital and nursing and took a chance with these two docs. Like It was very nerve-wracking, but like if I could have told myself like it's going to be okay. So I just keep chasing my version 10 years from now.
Be the you that your younger self would be proud of.
Right?
That's
Yeah,
great.
absolutely.
Yeah.
So,
What about you, Stevie? What would you say to your younger self?
I think it kind of goes off of yours a little bit. Just like trust my gut because she's really led me some great places. This is how I kind of got with Amy. It's been an amazing ride. So trust my gut and trust myself and to believe in myself. That's so stereotypical and cheesy, but it's true.
it's true.
But everyone needs to hear it, right? It's something that you talk about all the time, but you really need to take it to heart. People need to know their worth, and people need to be able to go out there and really prove themselves.
Yeah, you got to put yourself out there in this
Yes.
industry, and that's what we try to do.
100%.
It's tough, but it's worth it.
We've made some amazing connections, so
That's amazing.
yeah.
Well, thank you so much for everything. We really
Absolutely.
appreciate your time.
No, it's been fun.
Yeah,
totally.
Thank you so much.
That has been the Nitra Channel. My name is Erica, and we are at the Aesthetics Show at 2025 Las Vegas. Thank you so much.